Hey Pisces, this is your September 2018 channel message from Source to help you get into the vibration of your desires so that you get it that much quicker. I'm doing a new tarot spread this month that's more of a law of attraction based one and only 6 cards. So definitely comment below and let me know if you like this style better or the old style better. I also have a free guided meditation for you to meet your own spirit guide. I'll link to it down below in the description. All you have to do is click the link. You'll be redirected to a sign-up page where you enter your name and your email, and I'll get it emailed straight to your inbox within 10 minutes. Also, I'm doing a free giveaway this month. One lucky winner is going to win a one-on-one call with me and Spirit, deep diving on anything their hearts desire, and all you have to do is comment below to be automatically entered. I'll announce the winner September 20th. So without further ado, Pisces, here is your message. Pisces, you need to let go. You need to let go. You need to let go. The situation is no longer serving you. And what you would find, even if it were to come back around, is that it's no longer a vibrational match for you. It's kind of those times where you have the first love of your life, say your high school sweetheart, you guys break up college, and you kind of always think like, what's going on with them? When you rekindle, sure, it's like the blast from the past, but after a couple of days, you just start recognizing that you're an entirely new person. Though not as much time may have passed, you will find it to be something very, very similar. Even if it were to come back around, you would not be as happy as you thought you were. You've changed, you've grown, you want different things now, you express yourself differently. It won't bring you the happiness that you think it will. And oftentimes what happens when people are feeling sad, missing something, whether it be an ex-lover, an old work situation, is that they're really feeling, I see now how easy it was to focus on them when I was at a higher vibration. So oftentimes what happens when people date, they use the other person as an excuse to, oh, I'm thinking of my honey bunny, so of course I'm thinking loving thoughts. What's something I could surprise them with? What's a way that I can make them feel good? You're using them as an excuse. You're using them as your object to focus good, loving thoughts for. So sometimes it's not that you miss them when it breaks up. It's that you miss having that object to shine and focus your vibrations of appreciation, your vibrations of love. So what happens if you just recognize that that's what it is that you're mainly missing, that's when you can get back to, well, it feels so good that the sun comes up on its own. I appreciate the feeling of the sun on my skin, and I appreciate you, sun. Thank you for rising. I appreciate that grass grows on its own. It is something soft to lay on, and I do like laying in the grass when I'm at the park. I appreciate that the city laid out the cement for a beautiful walkway for me. I appreciate that they put up street signs so there can be like organized traffic flow so that all of us could have cars and more or less get to where we need to go in a cohesive way. What else can you focus on with appreciation? We think when you make that switch, Pisces, when you go to, I appreciate this meal. I appreciate that I have the time to cook for this. I do appreciate that I get to work from home. There are some perks of that. What else can you shine your appreciation on? I appreciate my bed. I appreciate running water. I appreciate electricity. I appreciate the engineers that went behind creating electricity. The building, having electricity already installed before I came in. The engineer who designed internet, and that I get internet, and that I have the electricity to provide it with the power that it needs, and that I have a refrigerator, and that, oh, that's right, the electricity powers a refrigerator. I like that I could keep my food cold. I don't have to, in the caveman days, go out and replenish my food source every day or every other day. I can go to the grocery store. I appreciate the grocery store and the farmers, the soil, the sun that went into making that, the trucker who drove it in. Do you see how there are a multitude of different things that you can shine your appreciation on? That's what's going to give you the vibrational shift that you're seeking this month, Pisces. Shining appreciation on other things, then you won't even miss that person, place, or situation as much as it is you think you'll do. Once you're in the place of seeing other objects that you can shine appreciation on, That's when you think you'll start to realize that your tastes have changed, that your talents have changed, that your ability to be who you really are and more easily express yourself, that you're a whole new person now. Then you'll be able to see yourself in the higher light, see yourself as the emerging leader, see yourself as the emerging, budding entrepreneur. You'll be able to see yourself on the new journey that you're embarking on. And in time, we do promise that you will see how that situation worked out for you, what you learned for it, for something that you can now do, having learned from that situation. Rome wasn't built in a day. And Rome would sometimes flow and build a lot, sometimes hit an ebb, sometimes flow and be built a lot, sometimes hit an ebb. This was but one ebb of your life that did make you stronger so that you can grow into the next evolution of you. Think of it in terms of academic. You go from kindergarten to elementary to middle school to high school. You go through the same kind of evolutions with your emotional growth. But once you go from elementary school to middle school, you don't want to go back and just learn how to write ABCs. Once you know how to do that, you want to learn something new. That's why we're saying you won't derive satisfaction from going back. You'll get a little bored. You'll be like, wait, we're doing ABCs? I already know how to do this. Same old, same old. Recognize that you went through a emotional graduation of sorts into your next level and start basking in what that next level now provides. Do you have deeper friendships, more bonded friendships? Do you have a more seamless communication with your boss at work? Refocus on other things and shine your appreciation on them and see the evolution that you've gone through. That is our wish for you this month, Pisces. And with that, we invite Kelly to pull the spread. Sending you a bunch of love, Pisces, and how hard it can be to let go of an ex. In terms of the vibration that you're emitting this month, Pisces, I'm becoming consciously aware of my inner being. So you're definitely, even though you may have something left your life, you're becoming aware of that close connection to your inner being, that like your inner being's got your back, and some like fun manifestation things that you can do with that. You can play the color game. Hey, inner being, I want to see the color yellow. What color would bring delight? Or sometimes when I can't find something, like I had earrings that I lost for like 4 years, and I just went, you know what, inner being, I think you can work it out somehow. I think that if I did lose them when I was traveling for 2 years, maybe one of my family picked it up and I don't even know. If it's somewhere in my house, I think you can find them. A couple weeks later, I got an impulse to go get my weights out of my car. And I was like, what? I don't want to lift weights. I went and picked the weights up, and right underneath it was that earring. It's a long, flat earring that was just under the flat side of the weight. And I just went, so it's been 4 years since I've lifted weights, huh? And my earring was there the whole time. My inner being had my back. Your inner being has your back. Sometimes, when you're going for promotion and you don't get that promotion, you're like, WTF. But then you later see a month later, oh my God, that guy is working like 80, 100 hours. Thank you, inner being. Thank you for looking out for me. Let's get the opportunity where I get the pay raise, the responsibility, and less work hours. So you're definitely kind of being aware that like spirit has your back, and your internal spirit guide that's always connected to spirit like has your back. So you're definitely kind of, even though there's something sad going on in your life, you're definitely kind of awakening that like your mind, body, and soul, the soul aspect is there and present. So you're kind of like having a bit of a, I don't want to say spiritual awakening in terms of like connected to your spirit guides and balancing your chakras, but you're definitely kind of having like there's a force that's looking out for me. So it's something that you need to be more open to receiving, aka receiving your manifestations more this month. All that is benefiting from my existence. So this is like awakening to the fact that your tastes, your wants, your desires are important, are an important contribution to this society. You being you liking pink, you being you liking blah, 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 is very vital. So here's an example, like say it's all scientists in the world. If there's one person that comes along that is really more of a fashion designer, likes colors, likes texture, likes putting together aesthetically pleasing environments, beautiful sounds, that's going to be the person. Everyone else is like, being a scientist, working at a wet bench lab or whatever. That's going to be the person who's going to create the restaurant that those scientists will enjoy, because they're working hard all day. You know, they work at their peak, so they want to go to nice restaurants too that have, oh, there's someone who their craft and skill is interior design. They design this, the feng shui of it, the colors, to create this atmosphere and this feeling, and I'm enjoying it. If you weren't there, then like that restaurant would never be there, and everyone would all be wearing black and white and doing the same old, same old. You know, if there was never a person who went, what if we could go to the moon? We would have never made it to outer space and to the moon. If there was never, I know Christopher Columbus is controversial, but, you know, if there was never someone who, I wonder what's on the other side of this ocean, we wouldn't have the world map. We wouldn't have the interconnected, you know, culture that we now have. You could argue that whole slave trade thing, that in the moment it wasn't good, but now there's a lot of people who do like world travel and enjoy it. So it's recognizing that like your unique preferences are valuable. It's recognizing that you're valuable. Recognizing that you're valuable. This is the whole thing. People go like, oh, I know it's my worthiness. Just recognizing that your value, this is the kind of pizza I like. I don't like this kind of pizza. That has a value to it. That's what's going to help you receive more of your manifestations. You know what? I do like nice things. Then nice things will start to manifest in your life. You know, I remember having a period where I think I was making like $2,000 gross a month. I still had to pay taxes, and that was nothing. I was like dirt broke. And I finally just had a moment of, wait, like I grew up a spoiled brat from my grandparents. I like nice things. Once I finally admitted that, then it was like my grandma sent me a nice set of dishes, not just like Walmart, like a nice mug, you know? But until I admitted it out loud and emitted it vibrationally, it couldn't come into my reality. I had the plastic Walmart cups mismatched, you know? Once I admitted it, it was literally mailed and dropped off right at my doorstep. So it's recognizing that once you kind of, this is what I do like, that has a value, that's when it's going to come right into your life. In terms of what will come when you are more open to that, okay, once you're aware of that, you're gonna, I must be selfish enough to align with well-being. Because like once I had that moment where I was looking around my apartment, I was like, you know what, like I did have an exposure to the nice life, and I want that back. I want that back, universe. Like, you know, I want nice things, and then the dishes came into my life. So then I was happy for a while. Then I went, wait a second. If one of these dishes were to break on my salary right now, I couldn't afford it. So it just kind of set off this trickle effect to allowing in a nicer and nicer life. Once I did that, it made me realize like well-being, aka I just want to feel good. I was like, you know what? I do just want to feel good. And having art up behind me feels good. Having a nicer apartment feels good. It's gonna like set off a trickle effect, the domino effect of just receiving more and more into your life, recognizing that you valuing how you feel is so worthy and so important. It's literally going to be a domino effect. Once you own that, I am valuable. My preferences have a value. And I do like XYZ. It's gonna be a windfall coming in for you, Pisces. In terms of what represents the next step you have to take, but whose truth is the true truth? So truth is just recognizing that it's something that you've thought of repetitively long enough that it became your belief system. You know, because if you Google like perspective and perception, and like if you read the psychology on it, that 5 people who experience a play will often walk away with completely different experiences of the event. You know, it's like a 7-year-old going and seeing parade. He might notice all the trucks. A 7-year-old, 15-year-old might notice all the hot girls on the truck. The adult might notice all the smiling families. So the kid will be, oh, it was so powerful. There are all these trucks, beep, beep. The 15-year-old will be like, whoa, women are gorgeous. The 50, 60, 7-year-old is going to be like, oh, that was such a family community event. Each one's going to have a different experience of the event. Are any of them wrong? Are any of them lying about what the event was about? No, it's their perspective. It's their truth. So the next step that you have to take is recognizing that like the world isn't black and white. There is no right or wrong. There are shades. And it's, if you consider it wrong, Don't try to make them come around to your side. Recognize that you're now in more touch with who you really are. All that is benefiting from your existence, something that you need to be more open to receiving. Hey, I have different preferences than the people around me, and I'm now willing to go for that. That's your next step. It's not about trying to, hey, you're wrong, see it this way, trying to convince anyone of everything. It's, this is what I like, and this is what I'm going for, and this is what I now allow into my life. It's recognizing that you're just aligned with other people who want similar experiences to yourself. You don't have to convince anyone of anything else, you know? You know, like my brother and I, we live completely different lives. He still works the corporate world. I can't do the corporate world thing. Heck no. But there's value in both of us doing what it is we like. Okay, in terms of how you can manifest even more successfully this month, you got the first I reach for joy and all else follows. Once you kind of have that domino effect thing that I mentioned earlier, you're going to hit step 4, the synchronistic flow of one good thing after the next idea after the next idea after the next idea. And you're just going to be in the complete and utter flow of life. So it's, once you're happy, get into a happy place first. Whatever you have to do, maybe it's paint your nails, maybe it's go on a run, maybe it's go, I don't know, whatever it is you have fun doing. Go get into a good feeling place and then ask for what it is you like. Hey, I'd like some ideas on what to promote for my business today. Hey, I'd like to find a new job. Get to a good feeling place first and then start your work. You're going to notice a much more synchronistic flow in your life when you do that, and you're going to manifest like wildflowers after that. So in terms of the message from your higher self, source spirit this month, the message is, why are they not getting what they are asking for? So your thoughts create your belief system, create your reality. The more that you notice other people not getting what they want, the more that you're going to not get what you want. When someone's really ready, you've seen those rags to riches stories. You've seen those stories where, you know, someone from a third world country wins a trip somewhere else and gets a whole new lifestyle. You've seen the stories of, like, you know, the orphan gets the shot at a movie and then makes it really big. There's a part of them that isn't vibrationally ready for it. There was a part of me that was not vibrationally ready for nice things in my apartment, even though, you know, my grandparents, they weren't wealthy. They were well off. They worked hard. They were well off. It kind of skipped a generation. And then there was me. There was a part of me that wasn't ready for a nice mug in my life. Like, anytime someone would invite me over and they'd hand me something nice, I'd go, oh, no, where's your plastic cup? There's nothing wrong with that. That's where I was at in my life. Grew out of it. And I like my nice mugs now. But it's knowing that they can have that same opportunity when they're ready for it. Because what you're doing by doing this is you're justifying you playing small. You're justifying you not getting what you want. Well, if they're not getting it, and look how much they work, and they really deserve it. If they're not getting it, well, that means I don't deserve it either. I'm not going to get it either. So the message is you can feel for other people. You can want them to want more. You can lead the horse to water, but you can't make it drink. That's like, it's a wake-up call to recognize, like, don't use other things as an excuse to not get what you want, or to or use it as reasons, justifications as to why you can't have it either. Wake up. Your being has an evolutionary value. You are valuable. And allow that domino effect of good things to come in, knowing that if it feels good, go ahead and share it with others. If it doesn't feel good, you don't need to share with others. They will be taken care of in another way. Everyone has their own inner being that's going to continue guiding them. So comment below, Pisces. Let me know what you think. Do you like this spread better? Do you like last month's? How else can I help you? Or just maybe if you just want to comment to enter. I look forward to this month and send you big bunches of hugs, and thanks for watching it to the end. Love you guys.